Somebody asked me a few minutes ago if I was nervous. And I may appear that way, but I had the privilege of watching these videos and then also speaking with each individual award recipient that we're going to meet via video and on stage today. It's not nerves, it's just emotions. I am so proud of the efforts of anyone in this room, the nominees and the award recipients. And what I'm really proud of and thankful for is that you share your stories. Thank you. By you sharing your stories, it could create a spark in somebody to go on and do different things with their lives, with their careers, with their families. And the stories that you tell can make a difference in many lives. So you're multiplying, your one story can multiply many stories, and just so thankful for each and every one of you. So thank you for our nominees. We had over 100 this year for 7 awards. And I really appreciate, we've got a lot of folks in the room that lift up these names and lift up these stories. And that's not always easy to do. We have busy day jobs, and we're running hard at Goodwill. We're growing fast and doing a lot of different things. But you took the time to sit down and thoughtfully put together a story about somebody that's inspired you, that you've worked with. And this is just huge that you do that. So thank you to them. Thank you as well. We've got a lot of folks in the room that support our award nominees and recipients throughout the year. And you work at Goodwill, and you have a passion about these people just like I do. And I just really appreciate each and every one of you and how you come to work, represent yourself, and represent Goodwill at such a high level on a daily basis. We've got some board members here. We could not do this work without the support of our board members. And when we come to them with crazy growth ideas and how we can impact more lives, they always say yes. They might have a lot of questions, but they get behind it and they support us. So thank you. We've got education, operating, foundation, young leader board members all here today. So really appreciate each and every one of you. And then finally, just want to thank the supporting individuals that are here. Some of you award nominees and recipients brought family members, you brought friends. So it's hard to get through life on your own. And I know some of you told me you try it, and it's hard. But you have a support system, and we really appreciate each and every one of you being here. So we're going to break and have breakfast. And Jenny, you're going to release by the table. We have Jackie's Gourmet Catering today. So we're excited about a local women-owned business to cater our breakfast. So we'll be back shortly. We'll let everybody kind of get their food, and then we'll get started once again. So thanks for being here, and we'll talk to you here in just a few minutes. Hello, hello. I hope you all are enjoying your breakfast, and I'm anxious to meet some good people. How about you? Same? Before we get started with the award recognition, I'm going to ask Eric Schlegel, our Chief Operating Officer, to come to the stand to recognize some folks. Eric.
All right, thank you, Kent. It's an honor to be here with you all this morning, and as Kent mentioned earlier, we've got over 100 nominations to choose from. And if you take a step back, that 100 is out of over 10,000 people that Goodwill serves every single day. So pretty amazing company here, and whether you were nominated by a mission coach, teacher, nurse supervisor, you made a huge impression on them. And clearly had a huge impact on them and their life, and we are grateful to be here and celebrate with you today. So to start, we are going to go ahead and honor the runners-up for each award. So what we'll go ahead and do with each award, we'll call out the name, and if you could stand and stay standing, and we'll recognize for each award the runners-ups. To begin, We're going to start with the Barbara Robinson Memorial Award. If we could have Matthew Rose from our Scottsburg store, and then Kane Sparks, who is part of Team Mitten at Commercial Services. So let's recognize Matthew and Kane. Thank you both. All right, the next award here, the Indianapolis Metropolitan High School Outstanding Student Achievement Award. If we could have Sierra Still and Ukaya Hood both stand up, please. Congratulations. All right, the Education Achievement Award. We have Lily Howell and Benjamin Hutto. So Lily is a department lead at the Goodwill outlet store in Clarksville. Ben is a mission coach who formerly was up in Kokomo with retail. So congratulations, Ben and Lily. The Employment Achievement Award, if we could have Darnell Bates. Please stand up, the supervisor with Goodwill Commercial Services, and Jenny Petrick, part of our Goodwill Mission Coach team. And last but not least, the Health Achievement Award. If we could have Michele Cotton and Oluyide Atarisi, unfortunately not able to join us, but let's congratulate Michele. Thank you very much. So you've all represented both yourselves and Goodwill extremely well, and could speak for everybody in this room. We're grateful to get a chance to walk with you on your journey. We're excited to see what's ahead for you. So we'll turn it back to Kent.
Thank you, Eric. All right. The honorees that we're getting ready to recognize know this, that you spent the greater part of an entire day with our marketing team and told your story through videos. And that's not an easy thing to do. So again, just much appreciation to each one of you for doing that and allowing us, through you, to tell your story. And it's exciting that we're able to be able to recognize you today. It takes courage sometimes, not only to get on video, but it takes courage to tell your story, especially if that story is quite the journey, which many of you have been on. And for us to be a part of that, like Eric said, it's quite the honor. So really appreciate you all being able to do that. First up is the Barbara Robinson Memorial Award. Chris Bussey, come on up. Chris is our site leader at College Park store, so almost as well dressed as I am right now. So she's always trying to outdo me. I think you did.
If you want to vote on the shoes. Thank you, Kent, and good morning to everybody. Today I have the privilege of presenting this year's Barbara Robinson Memorial Award recipient. This award honors a Goodwill employee who has demonstrated a substantial desire to overcome barriers to secure their employment. This year's recipient not only has that desire to overcome his barriers, but he's actually done it. I've known Peter Solite since the day I interviewed for a position at the College Park Goodwill store in October of 2019. As a person entering the workforce with a substantial amount of my own barriers, Peter was one of the first people at the store to provide me with reassurance and support. When I was introduced to him, I was greeted with a kind hello, followed by an even more sincere, "If there's anything that I can do to help, please let me know." I was unaware that day, and for several months after, that Peter had it to work exceptionally hard to perform tasks that I watched him do with ease. From working with his gripping abilities to walking backwards, Peter pushes himself to be better, not just to benefit himself, but also to benefit his Goodwill team and his family. I nominated him for this award because I admire him. He exemplifies the type of growth that we encourage in all of our employees and the type of growth that I am constantly trying hard to achieve. If there is ever a day when you are feeling low, please visit our store at 86th and Michigan, ask for Peter, and know that he means it with all of his heart when he says, "Yes, how can I help you?" Thank you for all that you are and all that you do, and it is my proudest moment as a Goodwill site leader to introduce you all to Peter.
My entire life is a blur. I mean, it's been one thing after the other, one little itty-bitty crisis of I don't know what to do here, how to progress my life. So the fact that I've made it this far and I'm happy and productive contributing member of society, and I have a structured, orderly life where I have people I care about, instead of being antisocial and avoidant of people, that's what I'm most proud of.
Peter Salate's journey has been far from ordinary. At just 2 years old, he suffered a stroke that left him partially paralyzed, with a series of learning disabilities. Later, he was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Doctors and teachers painted a bleak picture of his future.
My physical disabilities made it difficult for me to work. On top of the muscle weakness, I also got migraines, which would cause me to go blind. I would say that my physical disabilities were quite detrimental to me, but I still managed to power through it there because I just said to myself, I have to get these things done.
We have the other desks over here. I think that being able to merchandise it better, put our desks together with our desks. Because Peter has overcome several different disabilities to be successful. And, you know, I know a lot of people face just one challenge, but Peter has numerous challenges that he has overcome, and he has not let any of them stop him.
Peter eventually found his way to Goodwill. He learned all areas of the store and was promoted to book scanner. He excelled in this role, setting a new organizational record of most books scanned in a day.
My favorite thing about Peter as an associate is his consistency. He is consistently dependable, he is consistently able to perform his job, and he is consistently able to help the team perform the tasks at hand to accomplish all of our overall goals.
Peter is incredibly proud of all of the steps that he has taken since he started at Goodwill.
Thank you.
Not only does he love going to work, he feels like he's a huge contributor there, and he truly is a huge contributor. So it's helped him in every aspect be more self-sufficient.
The things that have helped me overcome my challenges and use them as strengths, I would say largely has been my attitude towards self-improvement.
Despite his challenges, Peter never stopped seeking new ways to learn. Video games have proved a powerful tool to help him practice and gain confidence in skills such as math, reading, and navigation. This eventually proved crucial in his journey towards learning to drive.
Learning to drive was absolutely liberating for Peter because he went from not being able to get around, get to and from work, to being able to go to the grocery store, to picking up our mom's medications.
Now caring for his aging mother after the passing of his father in 2022, Peter transitioned to full-time hours at Goodwill and took on the family mortgage.
I think Peter inspires me by just being determined to rise. Like, everybody told Peter his whole life, you'll never do this, you'll never do that. And Peter said, well, watch me. How's your day going?
So far, so good. I think I could help people by being a life coach. I don't believe in telling other people my problems and saying, I did it so you can do it too. What I more or less believe in is telling somebody, I'll be there for you. I've been through something similar. It's something we can get through together.
I think Peter has a very bright future ahead of him because he's got the support at Goodwill.
The goals and dreams that I have today, just thinking about them, it's very much a blur. Aside from getting better at art, martial arts, and my job, paying for this wonderful house, which is completely doable. I also am now in a position where I could invite someone into my life and I have something to share, so maybe even marriage someday.
Please welcome this year's Barbara Robinson Memorial Award recipient, Peter Salate.
So Peter, that was a great video. Again, thank you for telling your story. Thank you for being here. thank you for having a great strut down the blue carpet. And I saw you work in the room here today. So well done, my friend. Just a quick question for you. You told your story on RTV6 as well a couple of weeks ago, and that was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to talk about people with disabilities and how they can be successful. And what did that story mean to you?
It meant a lot. I got a chance to tell something about myself, and hopefully it will help other people.
I have no doubt it will. Everybody, one more time for Peter. Thank you, Peter. All right, Travis Darden, Senior Director for Retail Stores and E-Commerce. Come on up, Travis. You've got the next award.
Hey, good morning. How's everybody today? Great morning, great morning. All right, so I'm excited to be here this morning to celebrate all of today's honorees. Congratulations to each of you on your accomplishments. Today I'm presenting the Employment Achievement Award, which recognizes an employee who has overcome significant challenges to advance in their career at Goodwill. When Ashley Brummett Caraway first joined Goodwill, she was a mom of 4 and had been out of the workforce for quite some time. She was only looking for part-time employment, but her strong work ethic was immediately apparent, and her coworkers always spoke highly of her. She didn't see herself as a leader at first, even though she was leading an entire family, but I and several others began encouraging her to apply for positions of leadership because she clearly had all of the characteristics we were looking for in a strong leader. I was dependable, smart, eager to learn, and committed to the mission. She took that advice, and with each promotion, she embraced her role as a leader, and her confidence increased exponentially. She now has her own aspirations to continue growing and advancing in her career, driven by the knowledge that she is unique and valuable and has a lot to contribute. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Ashley. So let's meet Ashley.
Addiction can happen to anyone, even a 14-year-old girl who was in a car accident and a doctor prescribed too much pain medication to.
After a serious car accident that changed her life, Ashley was prescribed pain medication, but it soon became a source of dependency instead of relief.
By 18, I was completely hooked, and I didn't even know because I had never ran out because my doctor just kept giving me more and more and more.
Ashley's doctors also diagnosed her with spinal stenosis and suggested a grim future could lay ahead.
When the doctors told me that I would possibly be in a wheelchair at 30, it led me to a very dark place. And I think that that contributed to the taking more of the pain pills because I was numbing myself from the pain that I was dealing with mentally and physically.
Amidst the despair, a glimmer of hope appeared with the news that Ashley would soon become a mother.
When I became pregnant, I stopped the pain medication because I didn't want my children to be affected by my bad decisions. So I would only take Tylenol throughout my pregnancy, but then I would have the baby, and then the doctors would prescribe narcotics, and then I would start right back up again. And it was just a vicious cycle over and over again until I decided after my last child, my daughter had autism, I had a newborn baby, and I needed to be an advocate for her. So I decided to get clean. And once that fog lifted, I think that I was like, you know what? I can do better than this. And that's when I decided to try for a job. When I first started working at Goodwill, it was the first time I worked somewhere and I just felt comfortable. And it felt good. Like, I felt good that I was going to be supporting my family for the first time.
Starting as a part-time cashier, Ashley's hard work quickly led to her promotion as a team lead.
The day I became a team lead was a day that I'll never forget. It was one of the best days of my life because I was able to be promoted, and then also it was one of the worst days of my life. I became homeless. After I finished closing for the first time, I came home and I ate a little bit of dinner and then I laid down, and at about 3 o'clock in the morning I was woken up by the fire. All the power went out in the house and I ran and saw the flames and had to get my kids out.
In addition to losing their home, Ashley's family lost all of their material possessions, but Goodwill was there to offer support.
When Ashley's home burnt down, she utilized Goodwill Mission Coaches as a support service, and they were able to provide gift cards for Ashley to be able to buy basic needs for her children in the store.
Ashley's spirit, tempered by years of adversity, remained unbroken. And later, when the store needed a new manager, she was the obvious choice.
I recommended Ashley apply for the position because so many employees in the store let me know how they felt about her being their leader.
The coworkers at the Fountain Square store truly love Ashley, not only as a fellow colleague, but also as a leader. I think they're truly inspired by her and her story and the impact that she has over the staff here.
Now 36 years old, Ashley is an active mom, balancing her role as a full-time member of Goodwill's leadership team with her role as a parent of 4. Her family is happy and thriving, and she's excited about her future.
We always want to have soft backs on top, hard backs on bottom. What I see for myself moving forward is continuing to work at my store and to really hone my skills. And eventually I would like to become a regional director.
I think Ashley can do really anything she puts her mind to. I think the sky really is the limit.
When I think back to what I thought my future would be when I walked into Goodwill compared to now, it's night and day. I walked in there going for a part-time job. I never even thought I would get full-time, and now I'm running my own store within 5 years. And I feel like the sky's the limit for me, and it feels amazing.
Please welcome this year's Employment Achievement Award honoree, Ashley Brummett Caraway.
Ashley. Store looked awesome, by the way. You might have had a little prep time on the video there. That looked wonderful, as always, but great book section. Going from part-time to full-time was a big deal for you. Tell us how you felt at that time and why that was important for you.
I was nervous to start because I hadn't worked for so long, but I was ready to better myself, and it was important for me to do for my kids.
Thank you. Everybody give it up for Ashley one more time. All right. Brody Sears, come on up. Brody is our Vice President of Retail Facilities, Risk, and Real Estate. You've got the next award.
Thanks, Kent. Good morning. Truly incredible to be here with all of you honoring everyone today. I'm especially proud of this next recipient. We all, as Ivan said, have a store that we live close to, that we call our store. And I'm really close to the Keystone store, which means they probably know I'm going to swing by and drop off donations, but they're always on point. This is a site that is fully prepared at every turn and ready for whatever we throw at them. And it occurs a lot, and you'll see this sometimes. And Jody, I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but when we throw something at Jody, her response is a physical shrug. She can handle it. She can take whatever we throw her way, right? Throughout the years, we've had hundreds of volunteers each year. This site gets over 90,000 donations to its one location. This award is put in front of our leadership team to review 70 different locations. And when they look at this store, we specifically see a site that plays out education, health, employment in incredible ways. This site specifically has about 80% of its employees that might have struggled to gain employment at another location, another organization, another business. And you might look at this and say, well, how does Goodwill do that? Do they lower their standards? And not at all, because Keystone exceeded every financial metric. They've worked closely with the community, and when this organization and this community comes around and says, what does leadership, what does guidance, what does success look like? It's that store. Let's meet the Keystone team.
The Keystone Store does not just represent the mission, we live the mission daily. We live the mission by helping our associates when they need the help, by providing those tools for our community, and talking to our customers about our mission.
The Keystone Store has been named Retail Site of the Year, recognizing its commitment to Goodwill's mission as well as its exceptional performance, including an increase of 30% year-over-year on in-store sales.
Our Keystone Store represents all of the primary tenets within Goodwill. We've got health, we've got education, we've got employment. So while they're doing everything to support the mission, they're also running an incredibly strong business.
Of our 75 locations, Keystone is #1 in donations.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. No, I'm good. Thanks, no.
On average, we take about 94,000 donations a year. With that responsibility comes a lot of organization, a lot of staff to maintain those donations, because that is the first face of our retail locations.
It requires a large team to operate the store, and 80% of those employees have some barrier to employment, like a disability, criminal history, or limited education.
One of the things about Goodwill that I enjoy, we hire a lot of people with barriers, and I enjoy helping those people overcome some of those barriers.
Goodwill Mission Coaches visit all 75 of Goodwill's retail stores to provide life and career coaching to employees. Mission Coaches work with associates to help them set goals and provide ongoing support and accountability.
I think one of the greatest ways that we support our employees that specifically have barriers is we look for the right fit for them.
In addition to providing opportunities for their employees, the store also partners with organizations like Easter Seals Crossroads to provide job opportunities to persons with disabilities, and Oxford House to provide opportunities for individuals recovering from addiction. The impact on the community and the variety of finds in the store don't go unnoticed by customers either.
I like shopping at Goodwill because it's sustainable, and I love what it's doing in the city, like helping adults and children with education and providing jobs for people.
I like this store most of all because of the variety that I find here, and I come here at least 4 times, 5 times a week.
It's not only the customers who love coming to the Keystone Store, but the culture keeps employees coming back too.
Welcome to Goodwill. I've spent my entire career in retail. I was only planning at the age of 60, I was only planning to be here for a couple of years. And now that couple of years have become 12 years. One of the reasons why I've stayed at Goodwill is because it's so rewarding.
I think future goals for the Keystone Store are just to continue to maximize those donations, continue to lead and develop associates. The hope is that the associates continue to grow into those promotions or into those different areas of Goodwill, that they continue to learn and develop those skills that they need to break those barriers to employment.
Please help me congratulate and welcome Jody Jordan and 4 of her associates representing the Retail Site of the Year.
This is the A-team right here. 30% increase. I didn't hear a lot of oh my, but that's really good in case you didn't know. 30% on top of what was an incredible year last year. So you guys just keep killing it. So Jody, just one question. 75 stores, you guys were selected amongst all of them. And it's not just financial results. It's mission results. It's involvement in the community. Why is this important to you and your team?
Well, it's important because we put the life back in Keystone, right? Keystone was hurting a little bit 3 years ago when we took it, and I think it's a testament to, I sat right over here in NPR with Travis when I took that position, and I looked at him and I said, I want to be more transformational than transactional, and I think that proves what we've done.
Thank you. I know you just stopped clapping, but one more time for Jody and the Keystone Store. Thank you. Sean Lang, Goodwill's Vice President of Manufacturing. Come on up, Sean.
Thank you, Jack. Let's see. Right. Congratulations to all today's honorees. It's like Kent said, it's not nerves, it's emotion. And this is actually my first award ceremony, so I'm drowning, so thank you. I'm sure some of you are as well. That's not in my script. Jenny's like, Sean? But no, I am pleased to announce, present the Connection Award, which honors a partner organization that has gone above and beyond to support Goodwill's mission and the people we serve. This year, I'm excited to honor LabCorp, whose relationship goes back 25 years. There's individuals in Goodwill who have worked at the LabCorp line their entire career. They've not done anything else but LabCorp work for 25 years. But this partnership doesn't just benefit Goodwill and the people we employ, it also impacts people on a global scale, which we'll learn more about shortly. The partnership was really critical during the COVID-19 pandemic when LabCorp was a key player in getting the vaccine to the market. So thank you, LabCorp, not only for trusting us, but also for trusting our community, both locally and globally. We look forward to seeing this partnership continue to flourish, and let's learn more about LabCorp.
The mission of LabCorp is to improve health and improve lives, and we certainly do the improving health through bringing new miracle drugs to the marketplace and helping that. But the improving lives portion is equally as important. And so partnering with Goodwill to help offer opportunities to those who may not otherwise have them or who need some support in getting back into the society and in community is a great mission, and they align very closely with ours.
Over 2 decades ago, LabCorp and Goodwill formed a partnership that has had a remarkable impact on individuals and communities. This powerful collaboration not only benefits hundreds of employees at Goodwill, but also has a global reach, positively impacting patients worldwide.
LabCorp is a large organization, and in our clinical trials space, we provide testing components to be able to support patients as they progress through a clinical trial. Goodwill has provided over 82 million subcomponents that go into our collection supply kits, used in over 6,000 clinical trials in over 117 countries, impacting over 2 million patient lives worldwide.
With the services that Goodwill provides to us, we're able to eliminate time in putting together the kits and distributing them to the customers globally, but also we get to impact people right here in our community.
The work we do with LabCorp is critical to our mission. It helps us employ people with barriers like myself. I came here from work release. I started on the LabCorp line as a material handler. Since then, I've been promoted to supply chain manager, where I also manage the LabCorp account.
After I graduated high school, I found it difficult to get a job because people only saw the disability and how it might be a struggle for their company. But my overall experience with Goodwill has been really good. They allowed me to grow.
Most of the employees at Goodwill Commercial Services have a barrier to employment, like a disability, limited education, or criminal history. LabCorp has consistently provided opportunities and job stability to these marginalized populations.
When I've toured with Goodwill and got to see the operation, LabCorp is present everywhere. And you can just feel the pride that they take in the work that they do, and they feel as if they're part of our organization and certainly connected to the mission.
The employees on the LabCorp line, some of which have been there for decades, take their work very seriously. The quality has very high standards. Each piece is inspected to make sure that it meets specifications laid out by LabCorp.
During the global pandemic, the relationship deepened. While many were without work, LabCorp played a critical role in the health crisis.
Goodwill's been a fantastic partner for LabCorp. During the pandemic, our demand exploded, and they were right there with us step by step, hiring new individuals, opening new facilities on our behalf to help us keep up with that demand.
I believe that Goodwill helped us a lot during COVID. Without them, our patient studies likely would have been pushed further back, and we may not have been able to handle the load that we had.
In the future, we hope to grow our partnership with LabCorp. We very much want to be part of the strides that they're making in the medical testing field.
As I look to the future of the partnership, I really want to see how we can bring new opportunities to the Goodwill relationship. There's many other opportunities that we can expand into and even bring other parts of LabCorp into the fold.
Please welcome this year's Connection Award honorees, the team from LabCorp.
After 25 years, you get a lot of people invested in the mission of Goodwill. It's great to have you all here. Very much appreciate all that you've done. We've got John here, division president, heading to Greece, but made it time in his day to be here. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for the partnership. But John, just from you, what's this partnership mean to you?
Well, on behalf of the 60,000 colleagues of LabCorp, we say thank you. It's a humbling honor to have this partnership, particularly being so productive for so long. As we said, during the pandemic, we were called upon to support the 2 largest vaccine trials and do about 5 years worth of work in about 5 months. And it would have been impossible to achieve that without the kind of shared mission to improve health and improve lives. But more importantly, a shared attitude of yes, we can. And I think that Goodwill brings that attitude of yes, we can to so many people in our community, and just honored. So thank you. Thank you.
One more time for LabCorp. Thank you. Jessica Nate, nurse home visitor with Nurse Family Partnership. Come on up.
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm thrilled to be here today to celebrate all of our award winners, but I'm especially excited to announce our next honoree, Nashe Price, one of the moms I've had the honor of supporting through Goodwill's Nurse Family Partnership. This award recognizes a Nurse Family Partnership graduate who has illustrated outstanding commitment to participating in the program and achieving a healthy pregnancy and child. Nurse Family Partnership pairs first-time moms with a registered nurse. The nurse visits the client in their home from pregnancy through the child's 2nd birthday. There are actually 2 nurses who worked with Shay, myself and Liz, who is also here today, so I'd like to give her a quick shout out. It was an absolute pleasure to support Shay and her family as they navigated this new chapter of their lives. One of the most rewarding parts of my job is seeing families grow and thrive, and I appreciate that my role at Goodwill allows me to be a part of that. When I first met Shay, she was facing a lot of uncertainties, but was so reflective about the life she desired for her daughter. Her primary focus has always been what's best for her daughters, and that came through in everything she did, from committing to breastfeeding and bettering her own career prospects to seeking out the highest quality childcare. Shay, I'm so proud of you, and I hope you're proud of yourself too. I know that you'll continue to achieve your goals. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. Everyone, please meet Shay.
Nurse Family Partnership has helped me rewrite my story. And they've showed me that it's okay to do things differently than I've seen, and it's okay to stand out and do what's best for my children and myself as well.
After becoming pregnant as a teenager and leaving high school, Nashe Price found support through Goodwill Nurse Family Partnership.
How are you doing, Shay? I'm doing really well. The kids are excelling. Everything's going great.
Nurse Family Partnership is a program meant to support first-time moms. It is meant to support them to have a healthy pregnancy, healthy infancy, toddlerhood, their own health, and meant to support them to help reach their goals.
You still sleepy? My nurse has helped me in multiple ways. She's helped me emotionally, she's helped me physically, financially. She's just been there in every way possible.
Shay had to overcome a lot of barriers. Some things that she experienced during our time together included residential instability, economic instability, some lack of social support, and lack of transportation at points.
One of the essential components of the program is regular meetings between the expectant mother and nurse.
During pregnancy, we focused a lot on getting ready for birth, and we also talked a lot about her dreams for her family. And she wanted to make a lot of decisions that were different than decisions that had been made for her.
Visits with my nurse were great. They were very educational. We talked a lot about breastfeeding. We talked a lot about milestones.
During her pregnancy, one of her big goals was to breastfeed.
Breastfeeding was challenging. I did it for about 11 months, and it was important to me because I felt like I was giving my all into my child.
As Leilani continued to grow, the visits shifted towards addressing her developmental milestones and exploring high-quality daycare options.
My kids love their nurse. Every time my nurse comes around, Leilani is so excited to see her.
Look, what are they doing? Shay has 2 daughters. I've gotten to watch them both grow a lot in our time together, and I've gotten to watch Shay really support their developmental needs.
Me and Lani like to visit parks. We like to visit the Children's Museum. She loves the outdoors. She loves to play. She loves books. She loves to learn.
Leilani isn't the only one who loves to learn. Nashay is also motivated to continue learning and bettering her family's life through her own aspirations.
One of the goals that she has is to get her CCMA, so Certified Clinical Medical Assistant certification. And I knew that Goodwill Ignite, a program that Goodwill has, could support her in that journey. So I was able to connect her with that Goodwill program.
I want to go into the health care field. I was already motivated to go into that area, but my nurse has just motivated me more because I want to take care of people how my nurse has taken care of me.
Throughout Nashay's journey, her unrelenting drive shines through as she continuously works towards improving the lives of those around her and pushing for her family's well-being.
One of the goals that I've had for my family is stability. I want to show my kids that things can be done differently.
When I see Shay and her kids together, I just think like she did it. She is reaching her goals, and that is going to impact the rest of their lives. And they're going to carry that forward to their future generations. And that is so beautiful and powerful.
From when I first joined NFP and versus now, it's a huge difference.
You ready to go to school? No, you're not ready? You're gonna have a good day.
Now I have my own apartment. I have transportation. I'm in a stable career now. Leilani has excelled since then. My family has excelled since then.
Please welcome this year's Health Achievement Award honoree, Nashe Price.
One question, Shay, after I say thank you. So thank you for telling your story and letting, for the last, how many years, 3 years? Yeah. For Goodwill and Nurse Family Partnership to be a part of your life. But it's so obvious that you're a proud mom. What drives you? I kind of know the answer, but I want to hear it from you.
So my kids drive me. So seeing them grow and develop every day just drives me to do better for them.
Thank you, Shay. Give it up for her one more time. All right, Miss Hallie Shine, come on up to recognize our Outstanding Student Achievement Award for the Indy Met.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, and congratulations to all of today's honorees. I'm honored to be here to introduce and celebrate one of my students, David Gonzalez Toto, our recipient of this year's Indianapolis Metropolitan High School Outstanding Student Achievement Award. Indy Met is Goodwill's best fit school for traditional age students who may face barriers to completing their education. This award recognizes a student at Indy Met, like David, who illustrates motivation, professionalism, accountability, supportiveness, and perseverance. As you'll see, David has overcome significant challenges in his life, but he has emerged as a confident leader among his peers. I've seen David grow in many ways, both inside and out of the classroom. I've witnessed him push through uncomfortable situations, like when we were trekking up the Smoky Mountains during a field trip for spring break. He learned through these experiences that he is strong and can achieve anything he sets his mind to. Through this, he has grown into a more confident young man who is not only optimistic about his future, but also looks for opportunities to serve and help others. I'm pleased to introduce you all to David.
I'll be the first one to graduate in my family, and I feel amazing because people doubted me that I'll probably graduate or be somebody in the future, but I proved them wrong by working hard and showing them that I can do anything I can do if I put my mind to it.
From misunderstood struggles in the classroom to the harsh words of bullies, David Gonzalez Toto faced a world that couldn't see his true potential. Diagnosed as neurodiverse at a young age, doctors offered little hope for his future.
Cuando mi niño cumplió 10 años, me dice la doctora, su hijo está así porque su hijo no tiene su cerebro, no tiene la capacidad, dice, la mentalidad de un niño de su edad. Su hijo está grande de tamaño, pero está chiquito de su cerebro. ¿Y qué va a pasar con eso? Él se va a ir desarrollando poco a poco.
As a sophomore, David joined Indy Met High School, a school best fit for students overcoming barriers. He found a school where his struggles were understood. The personalized teaching and support model provided David with an environment to begin his journey of growth.
I also have to deal with proportional relationships. In the 3 years I've known David at Indy Met, he's grown in his self-awareness, and also he's grown socially. So I've seen him really grow into himself and be more independent and take more risks socially.
One risk David took was over spring break. During the camping trip to the Smoky Mountains with the Reach for Nature program, he pushed himself to new heights. As he trekked up the mountain with burning calves and aching shoulders from carrying his camping gear, David found the inner strength to persevere. He gained confidence in himself and began to emerge as a leader.
Why I got involved with Reach for Nature is because they helped me to express myself, be out there.
You've done the minefield over here, blindfolded. I remember that. One of the things I've appreciated about David and his influence of others around him is watching him emerge as a leader and watching him step up and set a good example for younger students. And then over time, I watched him embrace an appreciation for serving and helping others.
David is an example for other students at Indy Met because of all the things he's achieved despite identifying as someone with a learning disability. Indy Met has a high population of students with individualized education plans, but they've seen David win awards, they've seen him attend spring break trips, they've seen him have a job, drive his own car.
Despite balancing school and activities, David also works up to 36 hours a week. He remains determined to achieve his dream of attending Ivy Tech Community College and studying construction management, driven by his desire to create a better future for himself and his loved ones.
El futuro para David, él quiere seguir estudiando, llegar a ser alguien importante en su vida, llegar a ser alguien grande.
One of the things I learned for myself is to never give up on yourself. Always push yourself to the limit because every bad situation has a solution.
Please welcome this year's Indy Met Outstanding Student Award nominee honoree, David Gonzalez Toto.
Thank you, David. You have a lot of accomplishments, as we've seen in the video. What are you most proud of?
My achievements and my support with my friends and my family.
It's obvious that's important to you. So congratulations once again. Give it up for David. If we could have Erica Kegley and Ellie Perry come on up, representing the Noblesville Excel Center.
Hello, I am Erica, and this is Ellie, and we're here to present the Education Achievement Award.
This award recognizes a graduate from the Excel Center, Goodwill's adult high school, who has overcome significant barriers to achieve academic excellence.
This year's recipient, Jocelyn Manzanares, teased the idea of enrolling for 3 years before she finally took the plunge.
Returning to high school is not easy, especially when you have adult responsibilities. But Jocelyn, and many others like her, found that the Excel Center is uniquely positioned to help them overcome obstacles to earning their diploma.
The gain in confidence that students and graduates experience through their time at the Excel Center is contagious. It flows to other areas of their lives and gives them the motivation to keep pushing forward through any challenges they encounter.
Jocelyn went from someone who is apprehensive about her ability to succeed academically to someone who is now actively supporting her community as a language access advocate. She is an excellent representative of the Excel Center and the achievements that our students make every single day.
We're incredibly proud of Jocelyn and look forward to seeing her continue to achieve her goals. Let's hear her story.
My confidence grew tremendously. People see me different now. They don't think of me as just a dropout. I felt more powerful. I felt that if I could do this, I could do anything in life.
At age 5, Jocelyn and her family immigrated from Honduras to Los Angeles, where she encountered challenges and life took an unexpected turn.
I got pregnant at an early age, and it was a very challenging moment for me. I felt really judged, so I decided to quit school and not go back.
After becoming a mom, Jocelyn understood that a new direction was essential for her family's future.
I needed a change in life. I wanted someplace more safe for my kids, and I felt that my kids were following that same path. It's like in a cycle you can't break in a Hispanic community. But I managed and I tried to change that cycle by moving into Indiana.
After facing challenges in her career due to not having a high school diploma, Jocelyn took matters into her own hands and enrolled at the Excel Center.
I was 40 years old when I decided to come back to school. And I came in the first day for orientation. I was sat in class, a lot of young kids around me, and I was looking around, I was looking at the teacher. I think I had a little mini panic attack, I wanted to just run out of that class.
Jocelyn came in with very few credits, and I would say probably a low self-esteem, but she kept showing up and we kept meeting her, every day, and I think we were able to give her a reminder that she can.
Just cancel. I think it's 12. Good.
My early interactions with Jocelyn, she was in my math class, and initially she really did not like math, and it was really great to see how she persevered.
The teachers at the Excel Center were always there for me, so they always kept pushing me not to give up.
The ways the Excel Center supported Jocelyn was by having a flexible school schedule, the option to do some of her classes in person and online. Jocelyn utilized the YLCC, which is our free childcare option for students who have young children to bring with them to school.
Not only was Jocelyn attending the Excel Center, but her daughter was also a student, and mother and daughter were soon classmates.
Having my daughter in class was awesome. It was nice knowing that I have her support, that she was there for me. I was being a role model to her, and she was being a role model to me as well.
Seeing Jocelyn with her daughter and her granddaughter, it's just really inspiring to see her interactions with them, and she really is just like a mom through and through. We could see that in her interactions with other students in classes. And then we also saw her as an asset with our students who speak a different language, especially Spanish-speaking students.
And the last day of the term is April 19th.
Y el término se termina abril 19, las clases que terminan, ¿ok?
With a strong desire to help others through translation, Jocelyn not only earned her high school diploma, but also a medical translation certification, allowing her to make an impact in her community.
With that certificate, I'm now working as a medical interpreter, and I'm helping my community in breaking that language barrier. So after I graduated from the Excel Center, I enrolled in the Ivy Tech Community College. I want to work in the office where I could help my community.
Jocelyn's future will have many examples of her finding a way. She'll make a way for her family, she'll make a way for herself, she'll make a way for Spanish speakers, and I think because of that, she'll just be a shining bright light.
That's why I'm bettering myself coming to college, because this is what I dreamed for, when I was younger. But, a lot of people put me down. A lot of people say I wasn't nobody, that I was too old already. But I'm here. I'm standing here now, and I'm somebody. I feel that I'm somebody now. Yeah.
Please welcome this year's Education Achievement Award honoree, Jocelyn Manzanares.
Jocelyn, I know I told you one question. I think I might have two. Is that okay? Two? Well, I learned something in the breakfast line. You've got some news, some updates since the video.
Yes, I got hired as a associate banker at BMO.
Yes. So to go from somebody that doesn't like math to now you're a banker, that's pretty incredible.
But yeah, I guess I'll call Ellie to help me out.
So what makes the Excel Center special to you?
They make you feel welcome, like you're part of them, like part of their family, and they give you a second chance in life. That's what I needed.
Very good. Well, this I know. You are somebody, and you're somebody special. So congratulations once again. Everybody, Jocelyn. Thank you. All right, I wish we had more. We don't. Those are the awards. I don't know how much more I can take, but I would just want to take a second and lift up the nominators for a minute. So all of the folks that we recognized on the blue carpet, the hundreds that we spoke to, all had somebody, and you met some of the nominators here today. And not only do they have to take the time to do that, the finalists, the nominators, come in front of a panel of folks and present their story, present what. So that could be a little nerve-wracking, right, Chris? A little bit. So I just really want to say thank you and appreciate our nominators. Want to thank again all our family and friends and support network that is here today. It's very obvious that you're all proud. Loved hearing the cheers and the excitement when each award nominee or award winner was recognized. We will have links to today's videos available on goodwillindy.org/achievers, and we're going to have photos available. Before we leave, if we could have the award recipients come on up, we're going to get a large group picture. And then here's the challenge. I don't care if you do rock, paper, scissors, if you just nominate somebody, but we have these arrangements. If one person at each table could take that with you, that would be very helpful and pretty cool to take as well. So again, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being part of the Goodwill story. We greatly appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.